Motorhead Garage is on the road, and what a trip this is. We're here hanging out with a few thousand of our best friends at the Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Club Invasion in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. How popular is it? Well, people from all over the country are here. Don't believe me, just check it out. These folks are lined up out the door, literally, and it's been this way all day. It's one of the biggest Jeep events in the country, and we're gonna be your backstage pass.
Motorhead Garage, the program that each week introduces you to and shows you how to install the latest in exciting and innovative products for your vehicle. Motorhead Garage is presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Now here's your host, Dave Dobson.
For 10 years now, folks have been coming from everywhere to the Jeep Invasion here at Pigeon Forge in East Tennessee. It's a great place to buy merchandise for your Jeep, all kinds of accessories, and it's a fantastic place. This is like a car show. Some of the coolest Jeep builds ever on display here. If you have a Jeep or a friend with a Jeep, you know that putting the top up or taking it down is about the most complicated thing ever, and sometimes it's just not worth it. Anya, how has My Top made that easy?
Well, the main thing is we have a button that you push and everything else is done by itself. So it has taken the enjoyment of going topless just to a whole different level. It's literally opening the latches and pressing a button. It folds down in about 14 seconds, and there's no need to strap anything down. It's right there. You do everything from the driver's seat.
And how is it powered?
It has two small 12-volt motors wired to the battery of the car.
A lot of folks may be concerned about how much space the roofs take up when they go down, and am I still going to be able to use my trunk?
Yeah, you have full trunk space available. We have two dogs. They need a lot of space in the trunk, so there's no way we could design something that they wouldn't fit into. We actually utilize the space above the wheel housing, which is on the side, out of the way of the trunks. It's space that you never used before.
What about the materials? What's it made of?
The outer material is a very high quality canvas, and then we have two thick, almost neoprene-like inside layers. One is sewn to the canvas, and the other one is a loosely attached headliner, and that just creates a much better insulation that helps for sound insulation, but also temperature. At the moment, it's super hot here, but we believe it's a little bit less hot if you have your My Top down.
And what about personalization and customization? What can you do?
We have to use the fabrics that are available in the convertible automotive world, but there are some little details that we can do. We can maybe customize, pick up a color that a Jeep owner has used to accent their car. We can pick it up in custom stitching, things like that. Sometimes we have a custom color for a headliner, which just also gives a nice little surprise when they open up their top and you have a custom color there.
What different models do you cover for Jeeps?
So at the moment we have the JK 2-door and 4-door, and we have the JL. They have all been out for several years. We're just in the process of finally launching the JL 2-door, and then of course there's the big thing that everybody has been waiting for, that is the Gladiator top.
And how's the Gladiator top different from a stock top?
The main thing is it has buttons and it opens electrically, and the other thing is it just folds down all the way. It's virtually almost like you have no top at all. Whereas the stock tops sort of end like halfway, this one goes back on rails and down and is completely open.
These tops are a showstopper, and they're a must-have for any Jeep owner. You can find them at mytop.us. You got to get one. These are cool. Just outside the convention center here at the Jeep Invasion, they call this the Winner's Circle. Now, the board of directors for the Jeep Invasion chooses what they say is about one Jeep of every variety as being sort of a best in show. Well, here's one you're not going to top. This is a 1971 Jeep Jeepster Commando. It's a Hearst edition. Believe it or not, this used to be a former plow vehicle. After a 5-year restoration, it ended up looking like this. This is owned by Lee Tidwell out of Maryland. And by the way, I mentioned it's a Hearst edition. Of course, it's signed by Miss Hearst herself, Linda Vaughn. The name Warren has been around for 75 years, and of course they're world famous for their winches. In fact, you can find them on just about every vehicle here at the Jeep Invasion, Brad. But Warren is so much more than that now. And tell me about this Jeep in particular. You can find all kinds of stuff from the Warren family of businesses.
Yeah, we've really had a chance to expand in the last 3 years. Under the Warren umbrella, we've got wheels for Jeep vehicles and a 5-lug. We've got 6-lug for other vehicles, but we've also added FabTech, professional suspension stuff made right here in the United States in Chino. So we've got a reservoir Dirt Logic shock on this one, fenders, inner liners, racks for the interior, for the bed of the JTs, for the bed of your JL. And then also on this rig, we've got awesome bumpers from Fab Fours. Great powder coating, great finish, great fit on these things. just awesome, and a lot of different options. Fab 4s, you can get, traditional looking, or you can go full on grumper.
And let's talk suspension now here.
All right, yeah, this is awesome stuff. 100% lifetime warranty arms from FabTech with a 5-ton rated joint on there. These things will never ever wear out. You'll never ever bend them. So this is awesome stuff. Corrects all the suspension geometry. We've got reservoir shocks for, go fast. We've got coilovers, or we can just do a really good riding basic kit for your daily driver. So awesome stuff from FabTech. Great engineered stuff.
And moving on to Warren itself.
Traditional Warren stuff, we got just a little sampling out here. Some of our newer Super Duty hubs out there. The Spydura ropes, just synthetic rope is so much easier to use. And then we've got our hub wireless. We've been putting them on all kinds of Jeeps out here. We've been giving them away as people put their new winches on there. That's one of the advantages of come seeing us at shows.
Let's talk about getting out of trouble here. You can help us with that as well.
Yes, with Factor 55 recovery accessories. Again, 100% American made from the winch end solutions. So this is the Ultra Hook, super popular in the race community. We've got the Flat Link E here, super versatile. And then the full-on recovery kits, 100% American made recovery kit. Everything you need in here, from recovery straps, tree savers, hitch link, one of the most popular products we've got from Factor 55, soft shackles, and rope retention pulleys. Everything you need, one American-made bag.
And once you hit the trail, it's everything in one bag right there, and everything you need for your Jeep you can find here in the Warren family of companies. You can find them at their individual websites and also at warren.com. We'll be right back with more from the Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion when Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, returns.
Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by RockAuto.com. All the parts your car will ever need. BrothersTrucks.com, your #1 source for 1947 to 87 Chevy and GMC truck restoration. Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. Viking Vault, the highest security lock available. And by Oil Undercoating, the official oil-based rust prevention system.
This is Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, coming to you from the Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion in Tennessee. Check out this Jeep Wrangler. Not just an ordinary Jeep Wrangler, check out the other side. Yeah, this is the way a Jeep is supposed to look coming off the trail. This is called the Half Clean Jeep, and it's one of the many cool displays you see here at the Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion. Man, these are some great looking alternators from JS Alternators. They're the leader in the slingshot world and now making a foray into off-roading. Jonathan, you've made a heck of a splash. How many models do you cover with JS Alternators?
So we offer over 900 applications, various vehicles, ranging from 250 amps to 400 amps. We really specialize in off-road boating. Anyone that has the winches, lights, big stereo systems, these alternators are great for their applications.
Compared to a stock alternator, how much more power am I getting from a JS alternator?
So typically your stock alternator puts out about 130 amps. Our alternators start out at 250 amps and range all the way up to 400 amps. And they produce about 170 amps at idle. So at idle, our alternators are producing more than the stock alternators putting at maximum output.
And of course, once you get more power, you need to be able to get that power from the battery. Bigger cables, you guys manufacture those as well.
Yeah, we do everything in-house. We do, it's called the Big 3 cable. So that is upgrading the cable from the alternator to the battery and upgrading your grounds from the battery to the chassis and your engine to the chassis as well. So you get great current flow.
How about the quality? How do you ensure that you're putting out the best alternators out there?
Every alternator goes through a rigorous test. They reach over 200 degrees on the test bench. We put a 400 amp direct load on the alternator so they're double tested to ensure that the best quality goes out.
And having a small company also helps you ensure you're getting that quality, does it not?
Yeah, we get that personal hands-on approach. So we're touching every single alternator versus a company is just sending it down an assembly line. So we get that personal touch, building each and every one. We do powder coat in-house.
And with the powder coating, how many different colors do you offer, and can you do custom jobs as well?
Yes, we offer around 20 different colors. If there's a color that a customer needs, we do use prismatic powders. We have a lot of times where a customer wants to match their Jeep, and we'll just simply order the powder for them and powder coat it to match their Jeep.
As you know, every vehicle is different. and that means sometimes you may have to manufacture something to fit someone's application. Do you offer custom alternators?
Yes, we do offer custom. We actually have one here where we offer custom bracketry. We have those custom made in-house. So for instance, Audi, Volkswagens, or a lot of the manufacturers do not offer them at all. We do offer those, which puts us ahead. Like I said, we offer for 900 different vehicles, 2,000 applications.
What are some of the problems you see with folks running stock alternators out there? They want to hit the trail right away, and they don't come and see you guys.
Yeah, so the biggest problem we see is whenever they're winching, their voltage is dropping to 11 volts, and they're just not able to crawl as good whenever they're doing rock crawling. Even when they're loading up on their trailers, their voltage is dropping. So with the high output alternator, it'll get them up and on the trailer, get them through the rocks and through the mountain a lot easier and a lot better.
If you're going to take your Jeep anywhere but the pavement, you're going to need more power. You're going to need an alternator from JS Alternators. Find them at js-alternators.com. If you've ever lifted a vehicle, you know it can create all kinds of complications. It can basically become undrivable. Rockjack 4x4 has solutions for you. John, show us what you have here now for Jeep folks.
Well, this is our new high steer system for the JL, also works on the JT, and we've created a whole new steering system. And it starts at the knuckle. We make a cast iron knuckle that replaces the aluminum knuckle, so it's stronger. It moves the tie rod up 2 3/4 inches for ground clearance. Also, it's a 42 millimeter tie rod, so it's bigger and heavier, stronger. We got our drag link, has our organic shape, so it gives you all the travel, even though the steering is 2 3/4 inches higher than stock. Also comes with a track bar here. So the track bar is designed to give you maximum clearance if you have oversized diff, like if you're running a Dana 60. It uses the Johnny joint rod ends, and it's adjustable here, so it uses a clamping system here. So it's all tight and unique to Rockjack. Also on this system here, you got your Ram Assist bracket. So if you're looking to upgrade your steering with Ram Assist, this comes with the bracket here, so it uses a PSC Ram. So it's a complete system, tie rod, drag link, track bar, and the knuckles. Also relocates your sway bar ends.
The design is obviously for serious off-roaders. What about the construction?
No, it's construction. All the forgings are 4130 chromoly, and like I said, the tie rod is 42 millimeter, where the stock tie rod I think is 38 millimeter. It upgrades the size of everything. It's a complete system. It's all designed for heavy-duty off-road use. It's all designed to give you good drivability on the street, so you don't have any weird characteristics. Even though you're lifting your vehicle maybe over 4 inches, it flattens out all your steering geometry. It's a well thought out, well-designed system. Everything nests together. You can see the shapes, the organic shapes. A lot of this you can't do with just tubing. You got to use something that you could form. So all these are forged pieces out of chromoly.
And for the Jeep Invasion, you've got a new product launch, and it's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, we have our new 3-inch Johnny joint here. It's made for like a real heavy-duty application, maybe like a big rock bouncer or a truck. And then I got another new one here too. It's our smallest Johnny joint we make, and we added a shank to it. So if you need to do some custom stuff, you could bend the shank, or if you need something a little bit longer, we have this extended shank Johnny joint as well.
When it comes to the 3S's, suspension, steering, and sway bars, you can find it at rockjack4x4.com. Well, that's going to wrap up our coverage from the Jeep Invasion here in Tennessee. We have had a blast, but it's time for us to get back to the studio. There's still more Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings coming up, so stay tuned.
Dragonfire Tools, quality affordable storage. Proud sponsor of our DragonfireTools.com studio.
Wow, that is the first thing people say when they see our Dragonfire Tools workbench in our Dragonfire Tools studio when they come to do Motorhead Garage. And Lou, how much did you think of aesthetics when you designed your workbenches?
So when these are going into car dealerships and places like that, having a uniform and consistent look is important. So, you know, a lot of the places that these are going into, there are maybe existing examples of multicolored toolboxes in there and toolboxes with stickers all over them and stuff like that. So when you put these workbenches into those professional places, it makes it look professional.
It almost gives it a lab kind of look, which I think is super clean. Now, what about function? I mean, obviously these things look great, but how does this make the job much more efficient for a professional shop?
As you know, in a professional shop, time is money, Dave. So having your tools right at the same spot that you're working on something and being able to just reach down, open up a drawer, grab the tool that you need, and not having to walk back and forth to a toolbox, because now your workbench is your toolbox. So that saves time, money, and space in your shop, Dave.
I know a lot of guys share a shop, so maybe in that situation, they're going to be worried about sharing a workbench with somebody else. How have you solved that problem?
In this unit here, you'll see that there's 5 individual drawer banks. Each one of those individual drawer banks lock. So you can lock a bank of drawers individually, keep your most secure tools locked up in that bay, and then still have access to your other tools.
And you know how I know your tools are going to be secure as well? You don't have to worry about these drawers failing because they can hold, well, they can hold more than me. And I'm over 200 pounds. How much can these hold?
So those drawers are double railed and they're rated for 400 pounds, Dave.
Well, you can find a durable workbench that's going to last you a lifetime. Find them at dragonfiretools.com. Just enter the code Motorhead when you check out. You'll get a discount and you'll get free shipping. If you want to know how well NHOU Protective Coatings protects your vehicle, you can look on the website for scientific proof, or if you have a friend that's had it done, go talk to them. I bet they're happy about it.
My buddy Wayne in New York City has an old Land Cruiser, and it started to rust out. It started to rust out pretty badly. And he told me that he was going to be taking it to New Hampshire, near me, where I live, to have the rust converted into not rust, and then have something done to the vehicle so it would never rust again. And I was pretty skeptical. I didn't think that could happen. I thought once something is rust, it's rust and it's shot. But he came up here, he drove, the 6 hours up here, stayed with me. I saw his vehicle before it, and it was certainly rusted out. And then 2 days later, he brought it back, and miraculously, the rust really was gone. I know now that it was a product called Restoration, or it's a system called Restoration, that actually converts the rust into, I think, zinc oxide, but it wasn't rust anymore. And then after that, they coated it with the clear undercoating so it would never rust again. And I thought, well, this is pretty amazing. So the next time I get a vehicle that I really care about, I'm gonna get that done.
If you want to learn more, go ask a friend or hop on to NHOIlUndercoating.com. Stay right there because Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, returns right after this.
Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. Next Gen, the most powerful detailing products ever made. Tribotex, make your engine last longer. Doohitchy, experience the endless possibilities. And by Dragonfire Tools, industrial workbenches with integrated tool storage.
We've seen here at New Hampshire Oil how you can bring a vehicle in with pre-existing rust, get that rust off and protect it in the future. Now, Joe, what if we're talking a new Jeep Gladiator or some truck like this? You're spending 50 to 75 grand on this thing. You want to protect it right out of the box. How could you guys help me?
So this is a perfect example. I can't think of a vehicle that holds the residual value more than a Jeep. And basically, if you come in and you have a new vehicle, you have the option to use an oil-based rust proofing, but we also have Boss Wax. And this is a one-time standalone application that's applied to everything that's exposed on the undercarriage. It dries black, it's dry to the touch, and it is a permanent application. So we never need to reapply it. However, we do put oil inside the body cavities, and that oil needs to be reapplied every 2 years. So what we do is we ask you come back every 2 years, we'll inspect the wax, touch it up for nothing, okay? Unlimited lifetime warranty on the wax barrier nationwide. You come in for a set fee, we'll inspect it, touch it up, re-oil it, boom, in and out. It's a personal preference. Honestly, they both work at protecting your vehicle, but this one here just is a cleaner look. It doesn't attract dirt and dust.
Is there a magic bullet to rust prevention in a new vehicle?
You can't beat Mother Nature. What we're gonna do is we're gonna maintain that wax barrier. You're gonna come in every 2 years and we're going to babysit that vehicle. We're gonna re-oil the body cavities, and we're never gonna beat Mother Nature, but we're gonna slow her way down.
Well, if you've got a vehicle that has existing rust or a brand new vehicle you want to protect, check them out at NHOIlUndercoating.com.
Time now for the lowdown with Magic Creeper.
We've told you about the uses of Magic Creeper. They're infinite. They're only limited by your imagination. The Magic Creeper is useful around the house. Now, we use it to get under the sink, doing some plumbing. You know, you can put a towel under there. You can put an ironing board. That's a great trick they always teach you in the handyman magazines. You're going to break your ironing board if you do that, by the way, and it's not all that comfortable. Use the Magic Creeper when you're getting under the sink. It's going to cushion your back. It's going to make it easier to slide in and out from that space. You can also use the Magic Creeper as a kneeling pad. Use it around the house to do hardwood floors. Use it to get stuff down low. Use it when you're cleaning. And of course, the Magic Creeper was designed and intended for the automotive world, so you can take it in your car with you. If you have trouble by the side of the road, the Magic Creeper is going to make it easy for you to kneel down, change that tire without getting dirty. It's going to make it easy on your knees. On the side of the road, there's often glass, there's dirt, there's gravel. That makes it really tough to kneel, and squatting for that long is really a pain, especially when you're trying to lift a tire. So use the Magic Creeper. It'll take the stress off your knees. It'll save your clothes. It'll save your day. If you're savvy enough to make some fixes under the car or do an inspection under the vehicle, the Magic Creeper is great for that too. Just roll it out, and there's zero ground clearance. That means the Magic Creeper gets you right down on the ground, not like an old-fashioned creeper that has the casters and you don't have a whole lot of room under the car. Once you're under there, the Magic Creeper can move forward and back, side to side, glides along any surface, any rough surface, any smooth surface. The Magic Creeper is going to be your hero. And when you're done, cleans up super easily. Just use your favorite spray cleaner and you are good to go. Wrap it up, throw it in the car, throw it behind your seat, throw it under the seat, or throw it in the trunk. The Magic Creeper goes wherever you go, and it can get you out of a tough spot. Check out the authentic Magic Creeper at magiccreeper.com. Well, thanks for coming along for the ride with us here on Motorhead Garage. We hope you do it again next week as well. In the meantime, if you have something you'd like to see featured on the show, a product you want the world to see, email Jeff at masterstv.com. We'll get you here in the studio. From our entire crew here at Motorhead Garage, we will see you next time. So long.